Good morning. I'm glad to be with you. I'm glad you are with me. We are learning to use the word entanglement to describe our relation to people and the world of nature in which we live. This morning, I want to help us understand our entanglement with the cosmos. At this moment, you are located at a place in the world, and perhaps it has an address. Barbara and I live at 117 Stevens Street in zip code 08204. We could even be more accurate if we went to our cell phones and got our planet address by finding the GPS coordinates. But just allow yourself to be aware of the place where you are now. And then be aware of the time. According to our calendar, we are in some place on the date December 7th, 2025. That time and place is 14 days before the winter solstice. This morning at my place, the sun rose at 7:05 a.m. and it will set at 4:37 p.m. This is where I am. Where are you in the cosmos today? We hardly noticed weeks ago when the days began to get longer, minute by minute. We really recognized it when we turned our clocks back 1 hour. On that day, night shadows crept up on us 1 hour earlier. And so it has been ever since. More night, more darkness, less day, less light every day since. And it will continue until the day we call December 21. Know it or not, we have been entangled with the cosmos. We cannot avoid it. We have been living the winter solstice. The relationship between the sun, the moon, and the earth has been affecting us due to their respective positions and motions. The axial tilt of the earth causes the solstice, leading us to the shortest day and shortest night. The solar position underscores the significance of light and darkness, making moments of transition in a natural cycle. The moon, through its phases and celestial positioning, mediates experiences of the darkness. As we experience the winter solstice, we are reminded of our place in the cosmos and the intricate dance of celestial bodies that influence life on our earth. Many centuries ago, our spiritual ancestors thought this was a wonderful happening, So wonderful that they developed religious rites, songs, dances, and prayers to celebrate the occasion. We've called them pagans. Centuries later, our Christian ancestors followed suit and decided that the end of the winter solstice would be a wonderful time to celebrate new light for them, the birth of the Christos. And then these Christians came to add a pre-time to that, a time they called Advent, a pre-coming. It was the time of darkness. That time has almost been forgotten in our culture. Instead, we start hearing Christmas carols before Thanksgiving and begin as early as we can the hustle and bustle that precedes the biggest economic time of year, the Christmas season. Advent has been lost from memory, but the cosmos annually calls us to its attention. In the beginning, the earth was without form and void. Darkness was upon the face of the earth. Then a living, loving force was moved to creativity. And there was day and there was night. And so it is today. And during the winter solstice, we experience it most intently. Perhaps the cosmos is sending us a message. Why are we avoiding this darkness? Our Christian ancestors probably had a longer Advent than we have ever known. For them, Advent began really in early November. They sat for a long time in silence. Then the Enlightenment confused that. It was during the Reformation that Advent changed from the time of sitting in darkness, talking about and celebrating the coming of Jesus, focusing on light instead of darkness. However, the cosmos brings us a different message. New radiance will not come by light. It comes by welcoming and sitting in this time of holy darkness. What is darkness? Have we allowed ourselves to know the darkness? Poetically, these words could describe it. In the shroud of night, darkness unfurls its velvet cloak, woven from whispers of forgotten dreams. Stars flicker like scattered pearls, dim beneath the weight of a shadowed sky. The air thickens, pregnant with silence, where echoes of laughter retreat and the world sways on deeper voids. Here time pauses. We are addressed by the unseen. The heart beats a rhythm, brushing away lingering fears. How would you describe darkness? Have you thought about it? There are other Christian ancestors who welcome the darkness and call us to descend into it. As one man put it, to descend is not a mistake, but the tender ground of the very work ready to be done. The mystics named the descent of the dark night of the soul. when familiar light fades and only silence can hold us. I know darkness is a place of holding. The womb is dark. Seeds grow in darkness. There's a place of ripening. The mind might call it regression, failure, collapse. But the soul knows it as an invitation. To enter the dark is to enter the arms of a friend, a hidden midwife who will not forsake you. Darkness can embrace you with love. The spiritual year starts not on January 1st, but with the solstice, where our soul begins to renew itself annually, again and again. Now, in the darkness of November and December, when darkness is coming to its greatest depth, we have the opportunity to prepare ourselves for new life. Isaiah saw his people walking in darkness before they would see a great light. The promise to Mary came at a time of darkness. Christos was born at night while the shepherds were tending their sheep under the stars. The writer of the Gospel of John knew of darkness, which could not overcome the light. The cosmos, through its rhythms of light and darkness, through the seasons of the year, through our days and nights, calls us to embrace the darkness. What are we to do in the darkness of Advent? Well, first we must rest in it, embrace it. It is a spiritual time. It cannot just be a time of hustle and bustle. We must slow down, take some deep breaths, and rest. Quiet ourselves. Enjoy the darkness. Follow the shadows with our eyes. We know we rest and sleep at night to restore our energy. Some might say our souls. Our bodies need to rest. Our minds need to stop chattering, solving the problems of life. Likewise, we need a season of rest. In an agricultural society, work slowed down at this time of year. Fields were left fallow. The hardness of the earth could not be plowed. Fences needed to be repaired, barns refurbished. The fall harvest was already stored. The land, as well as the workers, needed to rest. The cosmos speaks to us, asking us to simply rest. Second, this time of darkness is a time for patience and waiting. I have little patience. Whether waiting for a long red Florida stoplight or more than 20 minutes in a doctor's office awaiting a scheduled appointment, waiting is very difficult for me. I see it in others. The impatience and even anxiety when forced to stand in a long line facing an overworked cashier. But we are being asked by the cosmos to stop our hurry, take our foot off the accelerate. There is no way we can change Earth's rotation speed or the movement of the planets. We must take the year's seasons as they come. And even if we want shorter winters and longer summers, we have no control. We must face it. The cosmos demands our patience. Third, darkness is a time for imagination and dreaming. Imagination is central to cultural renewal. It informs the gestures and practices made by people to support the community. An example is the dream time of the Aboriginal peoples of Australia. For them, dreaming is the real world. It is the world behind the one we live in. Our modern world emphasizes progress, power, and profit. We need to take time to imagine a new world. With the Christos as our guide, we imagine a new way to live. Imagine sharing our abundance. Imagine prioritizing education and learning. Imagine providing homes for immigrants. Imagine healthcare for all. It's a time to dream with the earth. Must listen for and feel the dreaming earth to keep Mother Earth green and vital. We must think about what the earth needs for a whole, healthy life for everyone who lives on it. Fourth, we must recover friendship and community. Embracing the darkness, holding still to silence. We can renew friendships, embrace, and rediscover a new sense of belonging. Allowing ourselves to be embraced by nature's darkness, we can grant shelter and blessing to others. Friendship and community comes from people close to us, but also from the friendship of the world around us, the dogs and cats, birds, flowers, trees, clouds, mountains, and ocean. All the good earth wants and needs our friendship. We must take time to renew our kinship with redwoods and fir, lichen and fern, storm clouds, and the night sky. We cannot face the darkness without all our relations. Nor can we forget our ancestors who give us wisdom. Our aunts, uncles, grandfathers, grandmothers, and the greats and the great-greats can grant wisdom for our imaginations. They can give us guidance and courage for the next season of life. By whatever name this ancestral image is within us, influencing our choices and ways of encountering the world. This deep resources is available to help us face the darkness. We have a place in the cosmos. In fact, we are entangled with it. All we need to do is become aware. Today is December 7th, 2025. We are being engulfed in darkness. Earth is moving on its axis. The sun is lowering toward the horizon. We are experiencing longer nights and shorter days. The darkness embraces us. We can call it the solstice. We can call it Advent. It's time to bring rest and quiet to our souls, a time for patience and waiting, a time for dreaming and imagination, a time for community, friendship, and ancestral kinship. We must face the darkness. We must allow renewal to begin within us. We must allow our inner life to grow. For soon is the time of our new birthing. We're in the womb of darkness. The light will come. It is beyond the darkness. But we must be ready. We are about to begin life again, to enter a new season with a new beginning. Amen. Our discussion question today is, what would change in your life if you embraced the darkness? What would change in your life if you embraced the darkness?
Thanks, Hugh. Let's take just a moment to think about this, and then we'll open up for discussion.